For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Outdoors with me, Mike. Telling you guys a bit of a review video on a brand new tent from Vango. So this here is in Vango's experience range and it's called the Alton 500. Now, the Alton 500 kind of really takes over from the Vango Padstow 500. Padstow has been in the range for the best part of about 4 years now. And kind of what Vango have really done is maybe made it a bit more of a better price point. So hitting around about a £300 price point, but still keeping the main spec. Actually making it a little bit bigger and more usable than the Padstow was. So the Alton 500 is basically based on the same model, just the fact that actually now the middle living area is that little bit bigger. It's about 1.80 m in that section, which means you still have things like a sort of table set or chairs in there, and you're not suddenly crawling around it just to get in and out of the bedroom or through the front door. So it's a much more user-friendly space and also generally giving you more tent for your money. They use Vango's Sentinel Active fabric. So it's a really nice sort of 3000mm hydrostatic heads fabric, so very, very waterproof, still very durable, and yet again, it's all about getting a tent to a certain price point, not compromising quality by all means, still keeping that throughout a tent and what Vango are very well known for, but maybe making it a bit more better value than previously it was. So it's kind of a 2.5 zone tent, so you've got sleeping, living, then obviously a nice big open canopy area which you can see at the front here. And yet again, you've got things like the fiberglass poles throughout this, about 11mm poles, so nice strong poles. Colour coordinated as well to help you pitch it, so you can check out our own Attwoolls pitching and packing videos. It took myself on my own about 13 minutes to pitch this thing, so quite simple and easy. There is also an inflatable version of this tent, which you can look at, which is the Alton Air 500. All the same kind of features built into it, just that you've got air beams rather than poles all the way through it. Admittedly, the front pole's still fiberglass, but it's a bit stronger in terms of the winds and easier to pitch, as you can see from our videos. You've got kind of color coordinated poles, like I said, so you've got each pole has got a little tab on the sleeve, and that indicates what kind of section is where. The first 3 poles you see in the tent are all black, and they're all the same length, so it doesn't matter what order you put them in, but the back pole's a little bit less. So you've got a little grey tab in there. There's a grey section in the pole sections as well, so that dictates that it goes to the back, so when you get it out to pitch it, like I said, as the videos, you can clearly see what goes where and not get confused by putting the wrong pole in the wrong sleeve. Throughout a tent, obviously, that canopy at the front gives that rain-safe entrance in and out the front door. So it's a day like today where the weather's sort of raining and not, you can make sure you can leave that front door open, not have to worry about the rain coming in. Whereas something like the side door, for example, right now you're getting a bit of water inside of here. On a perfectly nice day, it's not a problem. What you can do though is by buying some extra king poles, you can bring this door out and make like a little canopy. So there's little eyelets located in the corner, or you can use the elastic cords there. Bring that out with some king poles, make a little canopy, and then the side door there is then obviously not going to get wet when sort of the weather does turn like it does now. Alternatively, you can just roll that back up and toggle it like so. Now both sections have got kind of a lip-free entrance, so even though you've got a really nice sort of high-spec sewn-in ground sheet, you can have the flexibility. You can toggle the side parts up or down, so that comes up or comes down. So you can, again, it means that you haven't got to worry about kids coming through. Or if you want to make it feel sealed, you lip that back up. The door goes over the top of it, and then it's a completely sewn-in kind of feeling. But you've got the flexibility there. If you see what I'm saying. I think it's quite a really nice herbal green, and certainly the panelling with the grey on top allows a bit of light to come in as well as not make it feel too claustrophobic. You've got window panels we'll have a look at in just a second, but let's talk for a few more features that the Alton 500 has to offer. So now we're in the Alton 500, you kind of get a bit more of an idea for certainly the depth you got in that canopy area. That depth is a really sort of good area which you can happily use to put sort of like cooking units, or really like if it's like today where it's raining, put things like your shoes or muddy Wellingtons under shelter, so it's not getting done, sort of wet from the rain, but it's against, you've got a bit of protection from the sides, from the wind, and that means you can have your nice clean and dry living area in the main body. We've got sort of a tent deal on the tent on its own, as well as a package deal on this tent, which you can always check in via the links below. The main living area obviously has a completely sewn-in ground sheet. kind of like a bit more light fabric, help bounce the light back up and make it feel a bit fresh in here as well. And then the front door, as we see, has got no lip in and out. So there's a toggle point like we saw, I showed you on the side door. It's the same on the front door, so you haven't got to worry about anything coming in and out. So that toggles up, the door then goes over the top, and there's a little toggle point in the middle of the door as well, just to kind of keep it all nice and snug and feel that way. Because you've got that sort of rain-safe canopy door, they provide you with a really nice mesh door as well in that front section, so you can get sort of a good amount of ventilation on a nice warm day without having to worry about the bugs and sort of critters coming in. So that's sort of your rain protection barrier there. Alternatively, also you've got your normal door position there as well. So if you wanted to, you know, get that enclosed when you want to pack away, that gives you the flexibility to do that. And then you're getting little toggle retainers just to kind of put at every stage as and when you want to. PVC windows give you great clarity, so you can get a great vision around the campsite, especially front and obviously down to the right hand side here as well. But then you've got sort of curtains to get that level of privacy when you want to. So the curtains, pretty much on the side at least anyway, can be put into kind of either halfway up or fully up to the top to get that complete coverage. So when you can choose that option of having flexibility of privacy or light. And because there's a 2-point toggle points either at the top or at the sides, you can again get a better closeness to the window to give you better coverage, or just kind of go halfway with it, allow a little bit of light to come through, a little bit of light to come through the top, and then the normal panel down the bottom. Beneath the window, you've got a really nice big mesh panel as well. And that's not only what you see throughout a tent with the mesh door at the front, but low level ventilation and also at the back helps to make a tent a bit more cooler and also help fight condensation, which really is a big issue these days. High level ventilation panels again really do help that, and same in the front panels here. As we can see, it just means you get a good airflow and sort of stops that sort of difference in temperature internally and externally. The side door, which we've obviously saw from the outside, you can roll all the way up to have it as a free flowing door, or with the canopy poles, which you can buy extra, I think really make that an extra bit of area. I mean, that's why that door is designed that way, is to use those canopy poles. At the back here, we've got kind of Vango's new nightfall bedrooms, a darker fabric designed to make you sort of stay in bed longer and not have to wake up at the crack of dawn when suddenly the sun comes up. You can, because it's kind of a 5-berth, you can position it very similar to the Padstow used to be, either dead set down the middle, so it's a sort of 2.5, or it's slightly offset, so it's a 2 on one side and 3 on the other. Toggle divider just literally toggles from one place to another, give you that flexibility. In the sleeping compartment, we've got storage pockets located inside the bedrooms, really, so you can put things like torches or keys sort of neatly where you know it's going to be in the pitch black at night, so you can find them when you need to nick to loo or get up first thing in the morning. Vango also have unique features like their TBS system, so it's a tension band system. It's in like an internal bracing just to give a bit more stability in those higher weather conditions. Something you just kind of creates a triangle formation with the roof of the tent out with the guide ropes. That means if you had, say, the wind coming from a certain direction, say from here, it helps to brace it and retain its shape. That gives you better stability, and it really does work. It's something most people don't really know about, let alone use, but it's there to use when you need to, and that's the most important thing. And generally, it's a simple kind of system, but very effective. They've used it in their high-end backpacking tents over the years. Now, you've also got things like a hanging point for a lantern, so it means you can allow light into the tent, and then again, a little Velcro tabs located by the inner tent, leading down to a cable entry point, so you have your main stock up inside of here, without having to leave one of the doors open. And that's located just down the bottom here. What I'll probably do now is I'll quickly grab the camera and give you a quick little look around the tent and talk through a few more features I've yet to mention as well. Right. So you can kind of get a bit more idea. So the canopy depth is a good sort of area, and like I said, having that deeper width on the tent just means you've got a lot more usable space. As you see, Archie's demonstrating, you can keep your dog and its frisbee inside the tent if you wanted to. But that sort of mesh panel is at the top and down to the sides, and that low-level ventilation panel beneath the window helps to find the air. There's also a hanging point for a lantern on the front inner door as well, just to give you that flexibility. Now, darker bedrooms, as you can see, ventilation panels not only sort of the left but at the top, and then you've got 2 points on the toggles, so you can reposition that kind of door as you want to. sort of a 2.1 meter depth. Gives you, plenty of space inside the actual tent itself. And then, like I said, when you have that sort of canopy pulled door out from there, across quite out there, it kind of gives you a really nice sort of amount of flexibility. There we go. And yeah, again, you can see the difference in the height. But I mean, I'm about 6'2", and I can stand up quite happily in the middle of the actual tent as well. So it means that obviously if you're smaller and things like that, you should benefit from a bit more extra room. Fluorescent guy ropes throughout the tent just kind of give you that, when it's pitch black, hopefully not people going to trip over your tent, especially it's going to be more visible in torchlight. But overall, I think it's a great model, certainly a better improvement from the previous Padstow that's been around for a few years at a more keener price point as well. By all means, check what we're doing our special package deals and tent prices in the link via below. But that's kind of our Attwoolls video review on the brand new Vango Alton 500